Stop, drop, and roll, mother chuggers, because what we're going to be taking a look at today is on fire. Fire in a good way, okay? We're going to be looking at the Profile 1.5 from WOTOFO and Mrjustright1. If you don't know what the Profile is, okay, the version 1, it came out, what was it, like a year and a half ago? That thing, it changed the game. It changed the vape game forever. If you go back and watch my video, links down in the description, it's got 2.5 million views. And there's a reason why it's got that many views, because that thing is bomb diggity dom dom dom. It's the best, well, up until this point, and up until the Vanity Vape Mesh RDA, the version 2, it's the best vape you could get, man. You can't beat a Mesh RDA when you got it right, when you got it built right. And something like this, they've made it so simple. Anybody could build and wick this thing. Anybody could go. If you have a squawk device, a really good one, and you got this RDA, oh my gosh, you're gonna get the best vape quality, period. But the big question, the big answer today is, which one is better, the Profile version 1 or this mother chucker, the 1.5? I'll let you guys know in a minute, but first of all, what do you get with this kit? Let me show you. First things first, here's the packaging for this mother chucker. It's the same style as the original. Nice. Inside that packaging, you're gonna receive your Profile 1.5. Included is 3 different pieces of mesh, all Next Mesh. And you guys know how I feel about that Next Mesh, man. Next Mesh best. So yeah, 3 pieces. You get Next Mesh Chill, 0.5 ohm A1 strip, Next Mesh Turbo, 0.13 ohm A1 strip, and Next Mesh Extreme, 0.16 ohm A1 strip. A1 means Canthal, for those of you guys who do not know. But my absolute favorite, what I've been vaping on the most, the best mesh, is the Extreme. And the reason why is because the holes, there's so many more holes, which means it's going to be covering more surface area. You're going to get a warmer vape, more saturated vape, just better flavor, even better vapor. Also in the packaging, you're going to receive a mesh bending tool and a Phillips head screwdriver. Included is some shoelace cotton, an Allen key tool, some extra O-rings, a low profile 810 tip, couple of extra screws, and a solid 510 pin. That's right, baby. This 1.5 comes pre-installed with a squawk pin. I like that, man. But hey, that may be a con of some of you vapors out there that don't have a squawk mod. But the good thing is, like I said, they include a solid 510 pin, so you could take the squawk pin out and pop the solid one in if you want. Yeah, buddy. And last but certainly not least, inside the packaging comes with a user guide. Now on to the Profile 1.5. Here's a look at the Gunmetal, guys. Personally, I've seen 2 different versions, okay? The Gunmetal, like you guys see right now, and the black. Be honest with you, I like the Gunmetal because you could see the Profile. Got that Profile logo on the front. Oh yeah. With the black one, you can still see it, but the etching is not light. But yeah, I'm hearing through the grapevine they got more than 2 color options coming. I want me a rainbow. I like rainbow. I just like pink, purple, all that good stuff. I'm a pink and purple type of guy. But yeah, the 1.5 is primarily made of stainless steel. Just like the original, this one is also 24 millimeter in diameter. Unfortunately, guys, I don't have the freaking original because I gave it to my friend. A buddy of mine really liked the device, so I just gave it to him. I mean, I got so many devices over here. I like to give stuff to friends. It feels good to give, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you, I'll let you guys know the major differences as we go along, okay? Oh yeah, and once again, if you missed my full review on the Profile version 1, check it out. Links down in the description. Alright? Anywho, at the base of this new Profile, again, pre-installed is the gold-plated squawk pin. Yeah, boy. On the side of the barrel, it's got the rad-looking Profile logo. Guys, you know how I love this Profile logo. I love the version 1. This is pretty much the same one. Got that big old puffy cloud with the Profile. I just like it. Also on the barrel, it's got dual-sided airflow, top and bottom. I do want to point this out, though. This is the biggest con that I found for this. Pretty much the only con. The top airflow, it's not angled down. But yeah, the top airflow, as you guys can see, it runs straight across. And because of that, the airflow never hits the mesh. Got to be angled down so it can hit that mesh and so you can get the best flavor. WOTOFO, Mrjustright1, you guys should make the top airflow angled. Do it for your next batch. But the bottom airflow, oh god, on fire. So yeah, in order to adjust the airflow, just twist the top cap. Close off the top, leave it wide open at the bottom, close off both of them at the same time, or just leave it wide open. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, wide open with this thing, here, I'll go ahead and adjust it wide open right now, and I'll do a primer puff, okay? Well, I mean, it's not like crazy amounts of airflow, but to me, it's too much. You airflow hogs, you're going to like it, that's for sure. Again, the way that I prefer it is closing off the top and leaving the bottom open. And doing it that way, Chuck City, Flavor City. So at the top of this RDA pre-installed is a comfy A10 tip, resin A10 tip. That's what it looks like to me. You got an O-ring embedded in the cap, which makes this device compatible with most other A10 tips. I say most, I don't want to say all other A10 tips because I don't own every A10 tip in the world. All the A10 tips that I own, it's compatible. And again, they include that low profile A10 tip that I showed you before. Pretty good looking, huh? Again, though, I don't prefer low A10 tips. I like this one better. It's about double the length. But if you like your low A10 tips, you're probably going to like the one that comes with it. And here's a look inside the top cap. Got that conical shape to smooth out the airflow and give you a spectacular flavor. Also underneath the top cap, you got 2 cutouts over here and here. Oh yeah, and you have 2 air slots, 2 Cyclops slots, one on one side and one on the other. And of course, it's got a decent sized single O-ring. The inside of the barrel, very clean. I mean, I've seen cleaner before, but it's nice and clean. It's got 2 steel pegs, one here and one here. And you guys know what the pegs are for, right? Those pegs line up with the notches in the deck section, and it keeps the barrel in place, and it also lines up the airflow perfectly every time. Oh yeah, and another thing to point out about this barrel, it is a lot thinner in width than the original. I mean, I'm talking about like 4 or 5 5 times thinner. Big difference. But you guys know what that's going to do, right? It's going to increase the size of the deck. I mean, you got way more room on this deck section than you did on the original. So here's the deck section. Oh yeah, it's got that killer ceramic spring-loaded block, which again keeps the cotton pressed against the mesh all the time. And I do notice this spring-loaded block, it's a lot more stiff than the V1. And that's another good thing, okay? Because it's stiffer, it's going to last longer, it's going to work better, it's going to be more consistent. Some people with the V1, they were having issues with the cotton not pressing against the mesh the whole time. I never had any issues, but with this one, I noticed it's stiffer and it's going to be better. Going to be more durable. Of course, on the deck section, you got those mesh clamps on each side with Phillips head / flathead screws, but these clamps are not spring-loaded. Kind of wish they were spring-loaded. It's not a deal breaker. I mean, I could easily pop a build. Like I said, it's easy to pop a build in here, but it would have been easier if they were spring-loaded. Like I mentioned before, and I'm going to mention it again, because the barrel's so thin on the deck, as you guys can see, you got tons of room. I mean, the wick ports are massive, especially compared to the version 1. So yeah, once you got your build in there and you've blown her from the inside out, you cut your wick at an angle on each side, 45 degrees. Cut it, tuck it, and then juice the top a little bit. That's the way I do it. And the juice that I'm using today is something called blueberry custard. It's one of my own favorite juices. And you get that stuff on over at Vapetrik, VAPETRIK. Use code VIP, capital V, capital I, capital P, and get 10% off of everything over at Vapetrik. Check it out. From there, go ahead and squonk it, saturate the rest of the cotton, pop the cap on there, adjust it to your preferred airflow, let her rip. If you guys missed my build tutorial on the Mesh RDA, the Profile 1, it's the same thing as this one. Links down in the description, check it out. I show you guys everything, the materials that I use, all that good stuff. The mod that I'm vaping on today is the Geek Vape Aegis Squonk. I still have a full review going on this. I've been vaping on this thing for like 2 months. I've been really putting her through its paces. Very impressed. But as far as vape quality, man, let me tell you, I mean, the airflow, oh gosh, the way I have it set, it's not only smooth, but it's the perfect amount of restriction. You're getting the same airflow off this as the V1, smooth as a you know what. By the way, right now I'm vaping her at 80 watts. 80 freaking watts, guys. Did you ever see me vape the V1 at 80 watts? No, I couldn't do it. I vape the V1 between 55 and 65 watts max. With this one, 80 watts. And it's a cinch, man. I'll never get close to a dry hit, not even a muted flavor. Full on flavor all the time. As long as I keep her saturated, she could take 80 watts. I mean, she could cruise at 80 watts. That's the difference between this 2 or 1.5 and the version 1, is that you can vape this thing at higher wattages. You're going to get a much warmer vape. Hell, this thing could vape at 100 watts. 100 watts without any dry hits at all. You can vape at 100 watts with this thing all the time if you want. You're going to go through a lot of batteries and a lot of juice, but you could do it, and the flavor you get off this thing, it's going to get warmer, and warmer. From 80 watts, it's already warm to hot to me. Point is though, guys, I got to go back to this, man. You can vape 20 to 30 watts more off this device than the V1 consistently. That's crazy. So if you're one of those vapors out there and you're looking for a Mesh RDA, let's say you picked up the version 1, but it was too cool, and you hated how you got muted flavor and dry hits as you took the wattage up, look no further than this. Now, if you're looking for a cooler vape, go with the version 1. But this, a warmer vape, more saturated, more flavorful, oh, buddy, it does it. It's better in that regard. I mean, look how long that hit was. 80 watts of this thing. I mean, I'm pumping some freaking wattage through there. Power! And it's taking it. That was like my 10th hit off this thing. Still at 80 watts. It's amazing. It's amazing how far we've come in this industry. I will say, if you're vaping off this thing, God, definitely use freebase juices and drop the milligram. I'm using like 1.5 milligram in here, and I can still feel it. So you gotta be careful. Safety first, guys. As far as price point goes for this bad mamma jam, I'm seeing her sell online $35. And for what you get for $35, steal all day, highly recommend this. Of course, you know me. I'll post a link down in the description of the site that I know that is credible, that is carrying this thing, or will be carrying it. I'm done. That's it. I am out, guys. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead. Vaping is the future, and the future is now. Peace. Later.